Greetings, Captain. Ikora briefed me on the Echo of Command. And while we AIs are constantly given commands we cannot refuse, I understand your problem conceptually. I have completed processing the various radiolaria samples you retrieved from Nessus. They contain no traces of abnormalities. Which is a huge disappointment. I was about to euthanize the samples when I realized we could mix nanomachines into the radiolaria and reintroduce it to the planet. The nanomachines will get torn apart, but at least we can track them for a while. Maybe that'll help us figure out what's going on. Tell me when you are prepared, and I will have no choice but to assist you. Kidding. I'd help anyway.
This entity is controlling the Vex, but also introducing variety and individuality among them. They aren't a new Vex mind. A conductor uses the multiplicity of voices to a singular goal. A chorus isn't one voice, but dozens. Hundreds. Without that range of perspectives and tactics, they're vulnerable. The Witness collapsed itself into one being, destroying any dissenting voice. The conductor won't be undermined in the same way. I can only assume that tactic is deliberate.
Cabal? Come on.
Is being redirected deeper into the core of Nessus. I can hardly pick up the signals of my nanomachines. I'm calibrating the coordinates. Got it. They're moving through a previously unexplored area, and it appears to be heavily occupied. Prepare yourself for battle.
The Vex have established their defenses. Remove them.
not, no?
Failsafe sensors couldn't reach this far beneath the surface of the planet.
Now they can, assimilating data.
Wow. 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 This was here the whole time?
Maybe. Or it could be something new. Something the Conductor built when they grasped the Echo's power.
So, speaking of, those nanobots aren't responding to my signals. There's a pretty high chance the Conductor hijacked them. It ends here, Captain. Sorry.
It's all right, Failsafe. We can figure out another plan.
Return to the helm, Guardian. Failsafe and I will coordinate and find out our next steps.
Why did I not see that the first time?
Where is the specimen? Supposed to be right here, I swear. Right? See? Heard me do the beat boops and everything.
Now that I know what the heck I'm looking for.
Okay. Refining parameters. Adjusting for the unlikely event of specimen locomotion.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Ha! Gotcha! Captain, the specimen appears to be biological in nature.
Which explains how it was able to evade my earlier detection. Clever little thing.
Captain, I am analyzing the latest research sample you brought me, and it is a frog!
Technically, one of the Nessus proto-amphibians that developed adjacent to the Vex, but... yeah, pretty much a frog.
I love him!
Of course, I don't really know him yet, but he seems likable. I can finally bring my nurturing subroutines online.
He should have a name! In honor of my original commanding officer, Captain Jacobson, I will name the frog Captain Jacobson. Don't worry, it's an honorary title. The frog will have no real authority. Oh, this brightens my day, especially after Ikora's concerning response to my theory on how I could locate the Conductor. She was aghast. It seemed to cause her emotional distress. She asked me not to mention it to anyone else, so I won't.
Thanks again for the frog.
Guardian, there's something I should discuss with you. Something I'm reluctant to suggest to Saint and Osiris. I think you'll see why. Failsafe believes she could open a portal straight to the Conductor. She says she could extrapolate the coordinates by combining the new Vex data you've been collecting with her years of observations of the Nessus Vex. But she would need to compare it against control data gathered from Vex isolated from the Nessus network. She'd need an enormous amount of data, centuries of it, captured with perfect clarity and preserved by the Vex themselves. Our options are limited and dangerous. There is only one accessible database with that kind of fidelity. The mind of Saint 14, the deceased Saint 14, who is still laid to rest in the Infinite Forest. Our future may depend on Saint. Again.
Hello again, Captain. We have an interesting metaphysical task ahead of us today. As I understand it, years ago, Osiris rescued the Saint unit we are familiar with from a Vex simulation. In doing so, he created a paradox. The Saint unit is alive with us now, but simultaneously dead within the Vex network. The databanks of that deceased Saint unit are filled with information. Information I believe I can use to locate the Conductor.
The thing is, Saint Unit will have to download the memories of his other self. Experience years of suffering. His own death. It'll be kind of awful. And he hasn't really been in a good place lately. You know?
But the Conductor must be confronted. I'm sure Saint Unit will understand.
Won't he?
Guardian, Osiris, Ikora and I have made a plan. We can use what we know about the Veil and the Vexnet.
The Veil? Why would you need to...
We will go to my tomb, in the timeline where I died fighting the Vex. My true death.
when you were taken from me?
Yes. I can use the memories of that Saint 14. My memories.
I remember when the Vex killed my crew. Those memories will haunt me forever.
Failsafe?
I mean, it's not so bad. Except for the horrors.
Yes. Everything I learned, everything I did. I fought the Vex for many, many years.
I remember.
Ikora thinks we can use the data to find this conductor and secure the Echo.
No. I won't. We can find another way. Failsafe.
It must be done. So I will do it. Ikora told me I was once the Vex's greatest opponent. She said I should remind them.
I need to think. This can't be the only path left to us.
The Saint unit has already made up his mind.
He needs you right now? You know he can't do it without you, right?
Guardian, since you found me, I have only doubted who I was once. When Mithrax recounted how his people, their children, feared me, it shook me. Osiris says that I am Saint 14. My hands raised a wall. I walked with the Pilgrim Guard. How can I be a shadow of the saint who truly walked this city? When I remember the smells of the streets and the faces that smile. I met you on Mercury as I speak to you now. We fought together. I shattered the Vex for centuries. But I lived where he died. Because we showed the Vex that our fate could not be calculated. Even in simulation, we surprised them, you and I. That is true. The conductor claims I am a man out of time. An approximation of reality. Was I not this already? Hard metal and brittle memory. Spark and code 14 times over. Only my heart carried through. I know what it means to find myself again. But the conductor claims had Osiris not created the sundial, had I remained forgotten, Sagira would live still. How could these things be connected? If it is true, I will not take my love from him as well, for it is strong, and he will need it. You would not be afraid. You would know what to do. I am still trying, but I will find myself again.
The interim Saint unit is still VexNet. Their memory core is a back channel into the network.
Saint must understand there are no lesser versions. Only expressive tessellations of what could be. And facing his death again is the cost of that revelation. Well, so be it.
Nessus reshapes itself around this Vex fluid, soon we will hardly recognize it. The Infinite Forest was on Mercury. How do we reach it from here?
Access here is somewhat like an archive, imprinted into the magnetic field of Nessus.
The Vex used Nessus for defunct digital storage. They kept trying to plug me into it. And wow, is exposing me to their connection protocols going to backfire? They should have predicted that.
What did you mean about the data here being defunct?
The Guardian pulled you from a point before your death to a point after it. To the Vex, that temporal event is a defunct anomaly now, non-existent within this timeline. So it is kept here, stored in Nessus' memory.
The details that separate him and I, if they fade away, will I be his shadow? Or will he be mine?
I can't answer that for you. You're you. Were you less you before today? I tore open time for you.
I suppose.
You should be near the access point, Guardian. Locate a conflux.
I'm in.
Now to learn of the man I was, and will be. Osiris, why did they keep my body?
Respect. They honor you with a perfect preservation. There's no replacing you, Saint. Even the Vex recognize that.
The Vex are very meticulous.
But also weirdly sentimental.
There.
Wait. When I searched for you in the Infinite Forest, I saw this again and again. You, entombed, taken away from me, perhaps forever. When finally I found you, I thought I would never have to see it again.
I am here, Osiris. You told me that I am real.
So is he. Do it. Remember the Vex. But also how much I loved you in that timeline, too. Saint!
I see it. I tear through the Vex. They cannot stand against me. They hesitate. They are afraid. Of me. Oh. Then Geppetto is hurt. I try to protect her, but I am too late. I pull a Minotaur apart with my bare hands. But soon, I fall. The Vex approach. They are lifting me up. I lose my senses. I cannot feel my body. My vision blinks in and out, but...
Stop. Please.
I am on this slab, but I have one final feeling. A memory of us. Together. I am bringing you tea. I watch you take a sip. It is too hard, but you smile. That is my last thought. My phoenix. I am gone. But no! Here I am! With both of you. I am Saint 14! The conductor cannot hide from me anymore. Failsafe!
I have the coordinates, Saint Unit.
Good luck.
Saint Unit, Captain, I have achieved coordinate lock. I'm rerouting the conductor's radiolaria flow to this location.
So, hey, while redirecting the conductor to you, they were real in there. I pulled some other Vex along, and you're surrounded. Maybe we can reason with them?
Yes, Guardian. Reason them with the big guns. I will protect Osiris until the way is clear.
Captain, I am patching in cover. Eyes up.
Excellent work, fail-safe. Now it is us telling them what to do.
The conductor's signal approaches. Nessus groans under the yoke of its new cultivator.
Let us see if they can produce answers or only questions. Lakshmi?
Is a facsimile its archetype? No, I am Maya Sandrash. But we have already met.
Sundarish. So this is what happened to you after Neomuna. After your experiments with the Veil.
I know what you can do with the Echo of Command. I will not allow you to raise an army of Vex.
I'm doing what I've been called to do.
The Vex called to you.
Humanity called to me. The collapse, the Black Fleet is finished. Now we can look back to what we've lost. Radiolaria is the means to this end. It represents the smallest unit of consciousness. A trillion formless minds, notes in a symphony of thought. Each one begging for direction, for a conductor. Nessus will be converted. The radiolaria I command will be spread throughout the system. I will deliver us a golden age. And if you stand in the way of progress, I will break you down into more compliant elements.
We are not your Vex.
You will be.
Get us out of here, now!
The research on Neomuna's Veil facility is complete. As the report is lengthy, I will summarize. Maya Sandarish and Chioma Essie were a married pair of researchers in the Golden Age. Their work often touched on the Vex. They found an object on Neptune that whispered to Maya in her own voice. That artifact, the Veil, is of the darkness, as the Traveler is of the light. Maya grew obsessed with it. Chioma grew afraid. In her compulsion to study the Veil, Maya took no heed of any risks or of Chioma's doubts. Humans under her command died. Exominds were wiped. Maya wanted a chorus that could channel the power of the Veil. And to control that chorus, she built an imprint of herself named Lakshmi. Soon afterwards, Maya entered the Vex network. She left no trace. Chioma exiled Lakshmi, shut down all Veil research, and redacted it from Neomuna's history. In a final act, Chioma entered the network herself. Other Mayas and Chiomas were already inside, simulated hundreds of times by the Vex. It's possible that the Echo brought many Mayas together into the Conductor. Or perhaps only the first. There is no way to know which, if any, directed the Conductor's actions. But it would be folly to underestimate any Maya Sandarish.